Welcome. If you're tuning in right now, appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of your heart. I am Mr. Kerryon Washington, and this is the first ever episode of the KD Sports Talk Podcast. Give yourselves a hand. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Thank you very much. Man, what can I say? 2018 is going to be a great year for all of us, including myself. This is the first time I'm doing this. I've decided to step on faith and do this podcast here. So if you're listening, thank you very much. Thank you. Continue listening. All right, let's get into it right now. Let's go. Man, first topic, man. Let's get to that Rose Bowl game last night. Man, what can I say? Epic showdown. Two heavyweights battling out the fight to go to the national championship next Monday night. Georgia, Oklahoma, they came out swinging everything but the kitchen sink. I'm telling you, Baker Mayfield showed why he's the Heisman Trophy winner, and Georgia showed why it was one of the number one ranked teams in the country this past year. Boy, I tell you what, Georgia in that run game, they deadly. Man, Nick Chubb, Sonny Michael, over 300 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns to take out the Sooners. Oh, man. What can I say? Epic game. Boy, let me tell you something. These defenses didn't show up like I thought it would, especially Georgia. I thought Georgia was going to handle it a little bit better than that. But they're going to show you Baker Mayfield is why he's a Heisman Trophy winner. But it's a damn shame that the Oklahoma Sooners defense did not show up. Well, that's a microcosm of their past year any damn way, because their defense has been mediocre at best. So they needed an effort out of Baker Mayfield, which they got last night in the Oklahoma offense. 48 points, that should have been way enough. But like you said, you give up more, you're going to lose. But I can honestly say this, it's a hell of a career for Baker Mayfield. He goes out, he don't go out a winner, but he's won a lot of hearts and minds of the people out there in America. And hopefully a few NFL scouts can look at him and say, hey, this kid might be a first rounder. Top 5 maybe. But we'll have to see later on. So now that Georgia's moving on, guess who gets to play? Tricky Nicky and them damn Alabama Crimson Tide. What can I say? Obi-Wan Saban has done it again. He's pulled a Jedi mind trick over the whole college football playoffs. This time, his victim, Clemson, once again. Boy, Clemson, what a dud last night, man. That was the rubber match. This is like the Cavaliers Warriors in the college football, man. One take one, the other one takes one. Now we have one for the marbles, and they came out flat. Oh, man. Terrible. You know it's a bad game when a 300-pound lineman is picking off passes and catching touchdowns. That's just bad, man. Bad, man. Clemson. Back to the drawing board for you and that defense. And that offense, of course. 2 field goals last night. 2 field goals. That's all y'all can muster up. You just scored 38 points a few weeks ago against Miami. Now, I know Miami ain't really up to snuff. They're not ready yet, but still Miami. They're making their way back. But Clemson, this is Alabama here. You showed up the last 2 years, but then again, that was Deshaun Watson. But I digress. But Alabama, what can I say, man? They showed you why they one of the top teams in the nation, man. Defense, baby. Defense. And Jalen Hurts, once again, making plays. Jalen Hurts may not put up the gaudy stats that you want him to. He may not put up the 5,000 yards passing. He might not be a 3,000-yard pass, 1,000-yard rusher. But when the rubber meets the road, he makes enough plays to win. And that's good enough for Nick Saban. That's all he needs. He needs a run game, and he needs the defense. But I'm telling you this, it's going to be a hell of a matchup next week. Georgia, Alabama, the pride of the SEC on the line, the pride of being a national championship. Kirby Skywalker Smart versus Nick Obi-Wan Saban. This is the Star Wars class for the ages. The young apprentice versus the Jedi Master. I cannot wait. This is going to be an epic clash. I'll tell you what. I'm going to pay these bills right now. I'm coming back. All right, welcome back. This is one and only Carry On Washington on the KD Sports Talk podcast. First episode. How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all having a good day so far. Me, I'm having tremendous. My first episode. I'm excited, nervous at the same time. So if it sounds like it, just bear with me. Just a little jitters. So we'll be all right. We'll get through. Once again, welcome to KD Sports Talk podcast. Black Monday. Oh, it's come and gone, hasn't it, fellas and ladies? A lot of jobs opening, a lot of jobs soon to be closing. Boy, Bruce Arians retiring, Caldwell fired, John Fox fired, Jack Del Rio fired. Boy, I tell you, it's a lot of good jobs out there. A lot of good teams needing quality coaches. Chuck Pagano, he's gone. So you looking at Indy got some quality pieces. Mainly the quarterback, Andrew Luck. So that's a job that people need to look for. Giants, what can I say? You got an offense juggernaut. Beckham's coming back. Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. You build the line, get a nice quality running back. Woo! They're in there. Defense got studs across the board. But they need some linebackers. I will say that. Secondary is good. Defensive line, off the chain. They just need some more athletic linebackers. And they're right there. Chicago, Trubisky, Jordan Howard, a young defense, get some receivers, add a little more pieces to the line. Hey, they can make some quality noise. And Detroit's Detroit, man. What can I say? Detroit's Detroit. Stafford, hey, if you really think about it, Matt Stafford is an updated version of Kirk Cousins. Yep, I said it. Updated version of Kirk Cousins. He good to win some games, but when you need him the most, he cannot come through. Look at his past 6-some years he's been in the league, man. He's been in the playoffs 3 times. 0-3. Okay? But he needs to find someone that can get the best out of him and that defense. Because let's be honest, that defense kind of regressed this year. Offense did too at times, but most part, defenses did let them down. So, if you want a good job, a great quarterback, some receivers, a decent defense, but don't have a running game, Detroit's the opportunity for you. But now that we talk about that out the way, let's look forward to the playoffs. Ooh, the NFL playoffs. There's some good matchups. You got Jacksonville, Buffalo, Tennessee, Kansas City, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Carolina, New Orleans. Hey, is there a lock? Don't really think so. There's going to be some competitive games. Now, do I see some upsets? Yeah, I can see an upset. You know who I see? I think I see Tennessee coming into Kansas City knocking them off. I just think that, to be honest with you. Because I don't really trust Alex Smith. I don't like their defense. The defense is not playing up to par this year. And other than Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, who's going to really beat you on offense in Kansas City? Alex Smith? I think not. Look at Jacksonville, Buffalo. Shady McCoy, the game time decision. Jacksonville. No matter, despite Blake Bortles playing quarterback, I feel comfortable in the Jacksonville defense going against the Buffalo Bills offense, which is Tyrod and McCoy or nothing at all. So let's go to the NFC, man. Atlanta, Los Angeles. Now that's a matchup. 2 teams, 2 good quarterbacks, offenses, defense. What can you ask for? You got the young, up-and-coming Sean McVay against the tested veteran Dan Quinn. You got the reigning NFC champs against the upstart Rams. This is going to be an off-the-chain game. I look for some high scoring in this one. And last but not least, the division rival part 3. Panthers, Saints. Now, this is the first playoff game for the New Orleans Saints since 2013 when they beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. So I'm looking forward to seeing them come out, run the ball like they've always done, play great defense like they've done this past year. Yes, they played great defense. And hit them with the play action with Ted Ginn or Michael Thomas. Every now and then Josh Hill. But the matchup we need to look forward to is Alvin Kamara against Luke Kuechly or Thomas Davis. Whoever's guarding Kamara, they're going to have a hard time stopping him. So looking forward to that game. So right now, let me go ahead, take another break. We'll come back for the last topic of the day. Let's go.